everybody know my name when I come through. But don't nobody screaming like you. I was having visions with you, doing things, switching lanes.
What is going on, guys? It's Matt here. Today we're going to be going over my HK416A5. So everybody should know by now that the HK416 is no new pup to the game. It's been around since the late 90s, early 2000s, introduced and helped designed by Larry Vickers, who stated that a good idea for Navy SEALs and Delta especially would be a rifle, shorter rifle, kind of like the 416D, that has the capability of being utilized in CQB environments, as well as being able to pack a larger punch. It's kind of a similar idea to what they're doing with the 300 Blackout series of rifles over at CIG. Whether it's the Rattler or the Canebrake or a Virtus with some 300 Blackout in there. The idea behind the smaller package, larger, thing in the package, right? They want a heftier round for a smaller frame of rifle, and it's a pretty smart idea. That's why it gets reintroduced every now and again with a new cartridge from what I've seen. So the HK416 is used by so many members of military, special forces included. One of the most known special forces groups in the world actually uses the HK416. Same with the Navy SEALs, but the one I am specifically talking about is CAG, or Delta Force. So now that our little history lesson is over, why don't we go over this tip to butt? So on this rifle, at the end, we have an A2 Burkheach flash hider that hosts a Knight's Armament suppressor, a PEC 15, dual pressure pad, and the M600V that it's attached to, as well as the PEC 15 is attached to that as well. We then have an EOTech XPS2-0, Wilcox G33 riser. It's just a Wilcox riser, but you put the G33 on the back end there. Standard configurations all throughout the rifle. We just got the, ambidextrous bolt catch, mag release, and safety. So you got those on both sides. And got the nice charging handle with the hook on the end to make it a little bit more easily accessible. Got all the HK licensing markings, all that good stuff. And then we've got SOP mod stock on the end of it, because I like those a lot. So let's go over first why I chose the EOTech as opposed to an Aimpoint T1 or T2 that is seen on a lot of CAG builds in the past. And I'm gonna say right now, I know this isn't an actual CAG build. I've been corrected on that in the past. I've had to do a lot more research in the last few months to figure out what's actually going on. So just bear with me here when I spread my very, very little amount of knowledge about CAG to people who are watching this video that probably know a lot more. So I chose an EOTech over an Aimpoint T1 or T2, basically because I like to have a lot more area to put my eye through. So even though having those precision dots in the middle of those red dot sights is pretty helpful all the time, I went with the EOTech because it's just a larger window to see through, can keep both eyes open a lot easier, especially me being left eye dominant. And yeah, that's pretty much it on that front. Also, they look cool. Why the Wilcox riser? Got the Wilcox riser because it's seen on a lot of CAG builds and, just CAG Inspire builds and stuff like that. So I decided to get that. Got the wrong flip side though. I had it flipping to my right instead of my left. Why a PEC 15? So PEC 15s are super common, super cheap. They come in various colors, all that stuff. So I went with, a relatively medium range priced replica and went with that. So I put the dual pressure pad switch up here, basically just for ease of access and all that good stuff. It's a pretty long, hefty rail, so having this here definitely helps with that. The M600 goes on pretty much every single one of my rifles. It's a cheap, reliable, and good illumination when it comes to the replicas that they make, so I just wanted to get a good one that would go with the, clone. And yes, I am missing a screw there. Now, in general, why did I buy the HK416A5? In all reality, the simplest answer I can give you to that question is just how popular they are, how common they are, how well they run, and basically just how good they look. Those are more reasons than you need to buy one, but a good few goes a long way. The HK416A5 at the beginning of my time collecting airsoft was actually my dream gun. So last December when I got this bad boy, I finally, achieved that goal of getting it. So that was pretty cool for me. I've only been into airsoft for about 2-3 years, so having this accomplishment, I would call it, is pretty cool to me. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. There will be more like it out pretty soon here. Got quite the collection to go over.